It's currently early June and I have a lot of projects I want to get done in the garden. My spinner reel came in from garden stock, so I'm going to start setting up my second tower. And there are some things I want to repot and move around, so I'll show you what they are in the garden. Here's my second garden stock. I have the spinner wheel and I'm prepping the soil here. I have coco coir, vermiculite, perlite, fertilizer, and I also have to go get some compost to fill this all in. This is the pot that I want to reuse and take out all of these plants. I have sunflowers and morning glory and peacock orchids. This was something temporary that I wanted to put in here when things were sparse. But now that I see that it's not doing very well, I'm just going to take it apart and reuse the pot for my plumeria. This is my plumeria that I will be repotting in there. I have a new cucumber. I get one every 2 to 3 weeks. This is the only one that's producing. I think I started this back in March, and I was thinking about pulling it out because it was infested with bugs, but I think I have it under control and it's still producing flowers, so I'm just going to leave it for now. This is the peony. I initially planted this in February and some leaves came up, but then it eventually died back. So I dug it up and put it in this pot, but again, it's not doing anything, so maybe it's not the right time or season or place for it. But I want to clean up the balcony because I have limited space and whatever is not thriving has to go. Now on to my green stalk garden. My cosmos have finally bloomed. And I feel like a lot of my plants are very late and also very stunted. It could be because I have to fertilize it a lot more. These are my teeny tiny bell peppers. This was also a volunteer plant, so I'm going to try and keep it going for as long as I can. Hopefully it'll produce more flowers and bigger fruit. I have some cucumbers growing. And these leaves are pretty small compared to other pictures that I've seen of people growing in their green stalks. So I added more fertilizer to it and we'll see if it changes. I'm also dealing with a lot of bugs. This one specifically has whiteflies and I sprayed it down with some water, vinegar, and soap. I think it's working, but we'll see. And here's my second cucumber here. And next, my zinnias have finally bloomed. Again, these feel like late bloomers to me. If anyone is growing in South Florida, zone 11A, let me know if your flowers are blooming late or if it's just me. But I'm happy to have them finally. I planted these marigolds from seed, but to be honest, I really don't like marigolds. I just saw that marigolds are supposed to be good for your other vegetable plants to deter bugs from them, but they haven't flowered yet, and I don't know. I'm gonna keep them, but maybe I can find something else to replace them with because I really don't like them at all. They're not helping with the pest control. I cut back a lot of basil the other week and I made pesto. And they are growing back in again. They're nice and bushy. I have some cherry tomatoes flowering, but right now, since it's so hot, I don't know if it's gonna give me that many tomatoes or it's gonna grow pretty slowly. I do have a plan to grow some indoors. These are my beloved dahlias that I grew from tubers and they are doing really well. Unfortunately, they did come down with some kind of pest. I think it was spider mites or something, but it was on the underside of the leaves and it left black specks on them. So I cut them all out and the new growth is coming in. So this was something that I cut off a couple of weeks ago and now the new growth is coming in. And I also have new growth just throughout the plant in general, so I'm not worried about it. I just have to make sure to spray it down for pests like every day, every other day. And this is my mini garden tower, the first one that I started with. I started some seeds here. I think these are violas. I have to thin them out eventually. And this one is mallow. My strawberry plants are doing really well. They're growing a lot of new leaves, but they're not really producing any more fruit because it's gotten so hot. So I'm going to try and keep it alive until the next season when they can fruit and give me strawberries again. And my bok choy is doing really, really well. I started some cosmo seeds. It's going to probably take a couple of months for it to mature and give me flowers. but I just want to see if this works, even though I'm planting when it's pretty hot. These are peacock orchids that I planted in March. From the packaging, it says I'm supposed to get flowers May or June, and it's now June, so I hope that it will flower for me soon. These pink dahlias are taking forever to bloom, and I planted them at the same time as the other ones. I added a dish with water for any pollinators that come by at the top of the Green Start garden.